Put you guys' hands up, please, so that we can be sure we get you up here. If anybody's got any wins they want to share, get your hands up while we'll kick it over to Shariah for a bit. We're gonna go over some market updates, some big wins on some capital raising and a few other cool updates. So Shariah Khan, I'll turn it over to you for a bit. Oh,
Thank you,
Sanjay's got
Mike.
his hand up
Oh,
first.
oh, Sandra, you go in, man. I'll stop sharing. Go for it.
Okay, there it is. I can unmute now. Just a quick one, DD, this Friday for the RV park in Thackerville. So, few people are going there, headed there. It's a little noisy where I'm at, so I'll just be going back on mute. But
So
that's happening
do
this Friday.
so due diligence this week at the RV park just north of Denton in Oklahoma around what's the name of that casino?
I don't remember. There's too
Uh,
many there in Oklahoma.
It's a big one right across the
That's a
border
big
though.
one. Yes.
Yeah. But if anybody's interested, possibly give Windstar. I think
One
that's,
side,
yeah. Thanks,
yes.
Chris. Thanks.
All right, Reggie, you
All
up?
right, Reggie, what you got? There you go.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Can
We
Yes,
can.
sir.
you hear me? Yeah, so we finally are in a position to put an LOI in on a property in Houston. It's a multifamily, and it's crazy. It's 172 units. Colliers is the brokerage firm that we've been working with. They stopped talking to us for about a month. And we were like, well, why aren't they calling us back? What's going on? Do they know we're going to put an LOI in on this property? Turns out the seller took the property off the market and actually just put it back on the market about a week ago. So I got a call from the broker this morning and I told them that we were going to put an LOI in. The whisper price is 14.6 and I kind of gave the broker guidance that we are right around 13 million. And he said you should definitely put your offer in. So we're going to proceed with the LOI.
Really,
Awesome.
he said
Awesome.
14. It should be like, I don't want to make an offer. Then come back with a
Uh,
better number. Good job, man. Good job. Really.
What?
This is
we'll
Awesome.
see
this
how
is
it
awesome.
goes.
Congrats.
This is awesome.
And
Reggie,
that's
Thanks.
you know
one
what?
that came, did you guys look at that earlier or somebody else on one of the teams look at that same property like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, at one point in time, we looked at it, and then it went to archive. Actually, before we looked at it, there was another team looking at it. And then we took over, and then it went silent for a while. It went to archives, and we went back to the broker and found out it was back on the market.
So
Nice work, Reggie.
good.
I
That's
think,
Schreier, you can share about like the
yeah.
value of the archive and the knowledge that's built in there.
So, I'm super excited because Reggie, when a broker calls you back, that means you have been in the game long enough. You're seeing the turn. So here we go. Awesome job,
Well, and
man.
it's also because we kept calling them, so they just finally returned our call.
Following Sanjay's
Uh,
rules, hey, of broker engagement. So good job.
yes.
Great
Right.
job, team.
Thanks.
This is funny how the whole thing works, right? And I took a screenshot of my text today. This broker, he just sent out an email distribution list. We bought a couple of projects from him. I just took a screenshot and I say, hey, seems nice, congrats. And sorry. And the broker goes, yeah, thank you, just lunch. I didn't even make that offer. All I said, worth digging into, need your wisdom. That was yesterday. He texts back today. He goes, yeah, Whisper price is a million, 1.5 million higher. He said try 10 million, Humble at 11 million, Rosenberg 7 cap. So he already underwrote it for us. So now we're gonna double underwrite his text and then go from there. I was like, okay, thank you for underwriting, and I know where you want to be at. Now I'll bring it down as you go. So it is very important to text and go back and forth, go back and forth. So good work, and Reggie and Sanjay. Those two seems to be pretty good stuff. So okay,
Yeah, I
so
saw
thank
the
you
text.
everybody.
I saw the email. Those look good.
I think okay. So I wanted to give you a little bit more on the market update as a part of Wednesday. Last Wednesday to this Wednesday, a couple of big news happened, and how that ties into the interest rate and what we're seeing on the market. and how we are underwriting it and how that's cascading into the deal making space. The biggest thing is the Fed meeting. Last meeting, we expected no rate cut, which is also no rate cut. Then we have a Fed meeting coming up next month. We could see, so now this chart has been right for the last 3 years, except one time. And this is the first time we have seen they added a column, a potential rate increase. It wasn't there before, just to let you know. And at that 2027-ish, you could see there's some volatility at the bottom, that potential rate increase, and I'll talk more about it. So whole idea is that when you buy stocks, what is the market expecting? And this matrix tells you what is the market expecting in terms of a rate going up or down. Long way of saying next month or next 2 months, we don't see any change in the rates. Then Powell is going to go, the new guy is going to show up. So the biggest news last 2 weeks has been Kevin Worst. If you don't know him, and I'll look up a little bit more. So he is Tom's first pick, and we attempted to replace Powell during the first round, but Powell stayed in. So this is the second shot at it, and he's going to run it. And he is extremely aligned. So his goal is to come in and push the rate down as much as he can versus what Powell has done so far. So no rate cut till Powell is here, then one rate cut or 2 rate cuts. This year, our position is at least a 1 rate cut, if not 2 rate cuts this year. Now, on the finance side, if you do a rate cut today, it's what's going to happen down the way. So market expecting more volatility. So a 10-year treasury is the volatility in the market. And this is what we use to borrow from the bank, like you and I, everybody else. Rate doesn't really matter. That's the bank to the Fed. What matters is as us to the bank, and this is that. That rate went up. What it means is that if you cut the rate today, it's going to be problematic for the economy because more money will come in, inflation will be higher, cash is going to be lower, so interest rate is high. Long way of saying the interest rate is higher for longer. As we are underwriting it, we should be steady state, not much of a rate bump, and then not too aggressive in terms of a cost reduction. And we're underwriting based on the most recent debt quotes that we have. So just stay steady and also get long-term debts. Last 3 loans we took, everything was 7 to 10 years. So we are forecasting higher for longer for next 2, 3, 4 years or so. And then the economic cycle will go down potentially. So 5 years business plan, 7 years at least on the low end on the stabilized fixed debt, and then 10 years option. So that's how we're underwriting it. How that boils down to the deal flow. Last year, we looked at about 1,400 apartments, about 1,600 deals. So this is on our Monday here about, and as the year progressed, more and more people held off because they wanted to wait till this year and then sell the property. What happened is rate is staying high and it's going to go up a little bit more. So a lot of deals are coming to the market with an updated price. Hence the phone call that Reggie has, hence the text that we have. And multifamily is going through a pretty good price correction now at a high speed. So we expect that to happen in the multifamily and across all the asset classes that we see. So it's a good time to buy good asset at a strong price with the long-term debt as you go. And there should be a plenty of deal in the market right now because owners know if they own it today, or if they sell it today, and if they sell 3 years from now, they're not going to make any extra money. They're just going to work in between. So they'd rather walk away with the profit and do whatever they have to do. So long way of saying, if you are hunting for deals, if you're underwriting it, stay on top of the broker conversation. Deal is going to come. And as it comes, you just want to be on top of that. And for some of you guys, archive is the best way to go. Filter the type of deals you're looking for, look at the archive, and then call the broker and ask, hey, did anything change? Or can you give me an update on the deal, right? You start the conversation there versus you're brand new coming in, right? So that's there. Under contract, where we at? So we have 9 under contract. A couple of shout outs. My biggest shout out is Tommy and Jenna. I don't know if they're here or not. So the Wildflower, a couple of things happened. So they are officially
Yeah, they cannot
fully
make it tonight. I talked to
okay,
them
okay,
earlier.
okay, cool. Our target was raised to 2.3 million. And we have raised so far assisted living. Let me see. We have a commitment of 2.3. So we're unofficially closed at this point, and now we're gonna go and wrap it up. So due diligence is finished. We discovered some items, and then we're negotiating the final reduction on the price. Bank loan was approved yesterday, so the soft commitment is there. Bank loan has been approved. Due diligence has been finished. Now we're the last inning of it, where we're gonna make everything hard and go close. So that's there. And then I think the second one, Mike, Bella is doing pretty well as well. Their target raise is $1.5 million, and they raised almost $1 million already. And they're a couple of, about 3, 4 weeks into the raising process of it. So going back, Bella working pretty well. Mobile home park, they're almost finished. They have like a couple $100,000 remaining. This is under contract. We're negotiating with one term with seller. This RV park, it's work in progress. It's under contract. The Anna banks, everything is coming together nicely. The Cedar Gate, big shout out to Veteran. It was under contract, and we discovered a lot of stuff on the discovery side of it during the due diligence. So we terminated the contract. Right now, we're renegotiating with the seller to go back. So seller wasn't listening until we terminated it. And then seller is also back in the game and started to talk. So Veteran not only terminated, then he took the broker out for lunch and he negotiating at lunch how much money he's going to get with the seller. So good job on that one. Then the Calkind, we're going to sign the PSA today. Satoshi, good job on making through the whole process. And then due diligence from Oklahoma is happening. That's what Sanjay mentioned. And I gave you an update on the wildflower. So if you are in the Houston area, you want to get into an asset on the apartment side, Calcon is going under contract today. Due diligence and things will happen pretty quick. So pretty heavy workload. And then we have 17 properties at the LOI, and we have 2 more to underwrite that I was sharing early on. And then we have one massive master. She has a portfolio of 5, and then a bunch of other LOIs going out. So pretty active market, be active. And if you want to know exactly where all those deals, so where are we? Right here, GP opportunities. Anytime at GP teams, anytime you want to come in, look at the contract, and everybody's probably looking for a GP team members. And if they are still forming a GP team, you can come to the portal and you'll see which team needs support. So you can really reach out to the lead sponsor, talk to them, underwrite their deal, make sure you get acclimated, and then at least you sit through them or sit through the whole process so you get to see what happens at the back end of the GP team. Right? So that's there. That's all I had from the update side. So pretty active. Whole bunch of deals to close this year or this quarter. And then I feel like in the Q2, we have one project already lined up that's not here. We are working on the back end. And there are at least 2 or 3 more is going to come into the under contract segment pretty quick. So super exciting times. And just keep at it. Okay. Thank you. Mike?
Thank you, Sanjay, Shariah, and Sanjay and Mike. Guys, I feel like sometimes I take it for granted because it sounds so easy. When I look at the market update, I'm like, oh, how in the world then are we going to do deals? And then we see, us closing deals right to left, a different asset class. Regardless of the market, we create our own bank, we create our own marketing. And that's why we play with all different asset class. And I feel like sometimes I do take it for granted, like, oh, don't worry about the market. We got it. And Shariah, one thing that, how often do you look at the market to see are we really wanted to close on this deal? Because we do the market update to kind of make us scared, like, hey, let's not do nothing because the marketing is just firing people right to left. I have at least 7 people right now that I talked today that got fired. And then we come over here, look at the market update and how much is that reflecting the real life and the ordinary people who has a boss, a W-2, and then we're still closing deals. How much is the market actually affecting us as a real estate investor to be able to close different asset class throughout the year, throughout the process? So how would you reflect on that?
Man, reality is that whole interest rate, whole cost reduction, it is going through the economy, right? A part of that process with AI, we're going to see the process of not having jobs, laying off, or coming back out, right? It's just a natural process, nothing you and I can do about it. We can cry about it, but that's about it. But we really need to be proactive and put options on the other side. Let's create the other stuff. So, and what we say when market is tough, the best time to make deals. And look at the other revenue, right? You got your household income. So our focus is look at the market, get the sentiment, then buy the assets that's going to stay longer and continue keep on buying it, right? And create that other revenue for you, for your family, whatever way possible, right? So yeah, it is market. Guess what? People, if you are not prepared for it, when thing happens, you're going to get caught. And so let's prepare for it as much as we can. So long way of saying, we are in the thick of it daily. Me and Sanjay almost fight every single day, which one to buy, which one not to buy. But then we make a decision to go buy whatever makes sense, right? So.
Oh, thanks for sharing. And guys, when I say we create our own market, we create our own bank account, and see, you guys closing deals like, oh yeah, I just closed on Friday. Today we're still working through the process. When you guys became massive master, do you really believe that you would be closing a deal right now? Become a GP and learning through the process, going through the process. It is amazing to see people with experience, people with no experience coming in and changing the rope, growing with us, and it's super excited to see all of you guys taking action, being active on Monday.com, bringing deals back to life, going back and forth, and it is a work in progress, and working as a team. And I love to continue to see you guys changing, transforming, not just your life, but everyone that is around you guys, because we work as a team. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for all Massive Master to believe on yourself first, and to believe on us to have the process to guide you guys through to continue to close deals and make our own marketing. Regardless who is getting fired today and whatever is the economy going around, there is deal here that we can still make money, we can still close. So thanks, everyone. And thanks, Sanjay and Mike and everyone else who trusts the process. And thanks for guiding us all the way through. So when I say I don't have to do the underwriting, this is a fact. So I see you guys all active on the underwriting, and I still have not been on those calls. So for the people who is not on the underwriting, don't worry, you're still going to become a GP, being the deal finder, doing other hats. So you don't need to be good on everything. And it's just part of the process. We try to make it easy, and be yourself always, and never lose your ground, and try to bring as many values as you can to the people surround you and to your team. So super excited to be here with everyone and continue to see you guys growing. Thanks, everyone.
Side note, one quick fun thing. Bill Meno, I see you there. It was interesting. Craig C has been chasing Massive Capital for us to sell the licenses. And they mentioned that over 150, 160 people signed up using MassiveMasters.com. And they really like the activity that you guys are doing. They talked to at least 2 dozen of us, and the guy even mentioned a bunch of names. And I think Bill was the most recent person who got talked to. He was like, Bill loves it, but then he said, we have plenty of tools who don't want to buy your license, so or something in that line. So good work, Tim. It's really fun. So all right, Mike, back to you.
Does everybody understand that's the value of the community, the value of the size of what you guys are doing, right? And to where we have the leverage, we're getting, that leverage at higher, bigger levels with that. So I think I got a few people. John Grundon, you had your hand up before, and I saw you put it down. I was like, just leave it up a second. You're not gonna get tired, I promise. Hold on.
No, John is like my hand hurts. I can't raise that one.
Dallas, I did see his hand up
Hold on,
since
John.
before I
John, hold
even
on.
started. No, I think it was Fidelity that had his hand up before John, as
We
well.
got John. We got time. We'll get both.
It's okay. This is, you know what? It's just a quick little feel good. I just want to comment the community. On Monday, I was talking to a broker about one property, and he goes, "Hey, I got this one coming up. It's not listed yet. Would you be interested?" I'm like, "Well, hell yes. It's, close to my house." So he sent me the details. I said, "Hey, Massive, please put it in lead, assign the Titan partners." And they said, "Well, there's someone already assigned to it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? How could that be?" And so I went in this morning, and Lee Fing is also in there. I'm like, it's like a party on this thing that's not even supposed to be listed. Sharar, keep listening. So I sent a note to everybody. I'm like, "Hey, Alok Agarwal, I don't see his here. I'm like, but he was first. It's your deal, right? But Reggie and us, we're close by. We'd love to participate." And Lee Fing said the same thing. Lee Fing is great. He goes, "Hey, I'd also like to participate." And Alok said, "You guys can have it. And at the end of the day, we're all going to work on. There's more than enough to go around." And so I just wanted to do a shout out to everybody. If you play it right, things come back to you. So to Alok and Lee Fing. And the other one, Sharar, it was Bender Hollow. And so whoever the heck, I mean, it's like you'd be the fourth person to go for Bender Hollow. So, and he gave me the same whisper price. They're looking for 10 million. So anyway, maybe we could all play in this one together, Sharar.
John, look, I mean, you should school him. Look, before you, Mr. Broker, there were three other brokers said the same
Ah,
thing. Take him to school now. Have fun with it, man.
I know.
Funny.
Anyway, it's just,
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one, John.
It is a small world, so as you can see in the end, so it is funny to see you guys going back and forth and trying to work together and being together. So and it is great to see, guys, how we all get to know each other and how you behave, how you communicate here in Massive Mass, in our main calls, on our portal, in any other calls. That's your brand. That's how people are going to remember who you are, what you have, and how you can help. Those tags go along the way. So continue being, always bring the best of you, always that best version of you, because that's part of your brand and that's what people are going to remember. And the fact that he let you take over the deal, John, your team now, there is no selfish, like, no, this is all mine. I wanted them all when he had the full opportunity. So
yeah.
that's part of your brand. And this is great to see you guys working together because in the end of the day, real estate, when it comes to commercial, it is a teamwork. And the better you play with each other, the faster you're gonna get to your own financial freedom. So thanks everyone for that.